On March 17, 2023, President Muhammadu Buhari signed 16 bills in the constitutional alterations of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. These alterations will have significant implications for the country and its citizens, affecting everything from the power sector to the justice system. The Nigerian legislative process involves the National Assembly, which is made up of the Senate and the House of Representatives. Bills can be introduced in either chamber and must pass through both chambers before being sent to the President for assent. To amend the Nigerian Constitution, a bill must be passed by 2/3 of both chambers of the National Assembly and be assented to by the President. Alternatively, a constitutional conference can be convened to propose amendments, where at least 2/3 of the conference members must approve the amendments before they are sent to the National Assembly for consideration. One of the most significant changes made by the new constitutional alterations is the devolution of power in the electricity sector. With the 5th Alteration Bill number 33, Devolution of Powers, Nigeria's 36 states can join the electricity generation business. This means the states can now generate, transmit, and distribute electricity in their territories. This is a significant development as it means that states can take responsibility for meeting the electricity demands of their residents. Lagos, for example, has already announced plans to deliver 1,000 megawatts of solar energy by 2030. This should help address the country's long-standing power crisis, which has been a major hindrance to economic development. The financial independence of state houses of assembly and state judiciaries is also guaranteed by the 5th Alteration, number 6 Act of 2023. This means that state houses of assembly and the state judiciaries will receive their financial allocations directly from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state. This will prevent undue interference from the executive arm of government and guarantee that the legislative arm of government is not hindered in its duty to carry out its constitutional responsibilities. Fiscal autonomy for state judiciaries would aid the rapid dispensation of justice at the state level and help decongest cases being handled at the state level. The merits of financial autonomy for the judiciary in a democratic federalist system are immeasurable. It ensures that the judiciary is not unduly influenced or controlled by other branches of government, especially the executive, and allows the judiciary to be independent. In addition, the new constitutional alterations require the president and governors to submit the names of their nominated ministers or commissioners within 60 days of taking office for confirmation by the Senate or State House of Assembly. This will ensure prompt confirmation of nominees and prevent delayed appointments, which can halt government operations and activities. Another important change made by the constitutional alterations is renaming the Nigeria Prison Service as the Nigeria Correctional Service and moving correctional services from the exclusive legislative list to the concurrent list. This means that states now have the power to establish correctional and custodial facilities, and state assemblies have the power to legislate on such facilities. Finally, the 5th Alteration Bill number 32 allows state governments to establish their own railway services, with railways moving from the exclusive legislative list to the concurrent list. This means that states now have the power to establish their railway service, with the federal government retaining responsibility for interstate rail. This is a significant development, as states can now take responsibility for developing intrastate railway services to improve transportation and connectivity. Nigeria is a country that has been grappling with various challenges, including insecurity, fiscal federalism, and effective governance. In 2018, the National Assembly forwarded 35 constitutional review bills to the president. However, President Buhari refused to assent to 19 of those bills, leading to controversies and questions from stakeholders and citizens. Senate President Ahmad Lawan stated that the upper legislative chamber had established a committee to probe the refusal of the president to assent to the 19 bills. The probe sought to identify the rationale behind the refusal and further engagement between the National Assembly and the executive arm of government. One of the bills rejected by President Buhari was the proposal to introduce state policing. This has been a topic of discussion among many governors, stakeholders, and citizens as a means to combat rising insecurity in the country. The absence of state policing has made it difficult for states to effectively combat security threats such as kidnapping, the Boko Haram insurgency, banditry, and secessionist violence. The current single federal police force in Nigeria is not only inefficient but also understaffed and underfunded. Corruption is also rampant within the force, hindering its ability to secure the country effectively. Financial autonomy for local governments is a crucial aspect of decentralization and effective governance. It allows local governments to control their finances and resources, leading to better service delivery and development at the grassroots level. However, the state houses of assembly refused to vote and approve the constitutional reform granting financial autonomy to local governments. The separation of the office of the Attorney General from the Ministry of Justice was also a bill rejected by President Buhari. This would have allowed for greater transparency and accountability in the legal system. While we have seen some necessary changes made by the alterations that President Buhari passed through, his rejection of others leaves Nigeria still grappling with various challenges that require urgent attention. The National Assembly and the executive arm of the incoming government need to work together to address these issues and promote a better future for Nigeria.